So, hi, my name's Alex, of course. And just let me know if you hear my kids in the background.
Okay, yeah, we
I
don't.
I do have three of them. But I've seen and heard spirits ever since I was a child. I do live on haunted land and I have haunted dolls. I do have my REM pod going, but I think my noise cancellation is just canceling that out. I'm having issues with that off and on. Do you have any questions for me before we get started?
Any questions?
No?
No, I think it's just cool you have so many haunted dolls back there.
Oh, thank you. It's like 13 of them.
Oh, dang.
Wow. Do all the personalities kind of get along or?
Sometimes there could be arguments and there's definitely tension and you can definitely tell because I'm an empath as well, so I draw on to that. And yeah, sometimes I'll be like, okay, well, I'll separate y'all for now. Give them a break from each other because sometimes it's more so one of them is like I have some mischievous dolls.
I was gonna ask that.
And if certain ones are like touching my good dolls, it's yes, constantly fighting. But I think right now the new setup that I have with them, I think I have everybody with everybody who likes everybody.
That's funny.
But yeah, I think more so with me also being an empath, their emotions and everything, how each one feels, the different types of feelings, maybe some are stuck in their deaf ways, is more struggling for me.
Interesting.
But we'll go ahead and start. Oh, I gotta shake it off now. Every time I start talking about them, their energy is like,
Oh,
We've thought about a haunted doll. We almost got one, but we decided not to.
no, that's the story.
okay. 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 Welcome to Haunting Travels. Tonight we have something truly special for you. I'm joined by Christy and Vince, a husband and wife paranormal investigation team who bringing authenticity and heart to every location they explore. Unlike typical ghost hunting shows, they prioritize genuine experiences and real conversations over theatrics. Christy's journey began in childhood, growing up in a haunted home that awakened her natural sensitivity to the paranormal. Vince has been captivated by the unexplained for years through his love of paranormal media. Together for just over a year of active investigating, they built their work on curiosity, respect, and a deep appreciation for the history behind each haunted location. When they're not chasing spirits, they're devoted animal lovers, caring for their five dogs. Christy also runs La Muerte, Skull and Stone, a crystal business, while Vince focuses on the paranormal investigations. Tonight, they're here to share their experiences from incredible locations, and let's dive into it. So, starting off, Christy, can you tell us about how it was growing up in a haunted home? What was your most memorable experience there?
Most memorable. I don't know that there was anything like really special or fun. It was scary to me because I didn't know what was happening. I just knew, like, I kept seeing this man appear, and we would hear voices, and we would tell our parents, and our parents didn't really believe us. So, because, they thought, okay, they're kids. I think I was in fifth grade when we moved into that house. And so, I think they just thought that it was kids' imaginations or whatever. And I guess the memorable part would be with the day my mom finally believed us is we're laying on her bed in her bedroom, and they had a radio in our den, and all of a sudden it turns on and it starts flipping through channels. And my mom is just sitting there like stunned, and I think that was kind of the moment for her. And then shortly after, we had the old school dishwasher with the buttons that you push in and pop back out, and she watched those kind of push in and out. So she believed us after that. My dad took many, many more years, I think, before he fully believed, but nothing ever happened to him. He never saw anything, he never heard anything. So to him, we were just overreacting, I think.
Do you remember what the man looked like?
A shadow. He was a dark shadow. Not, you couldn't see any facial features. You could see, kind of a hat with a brim. He always moved pretty quickly. There was only one time I ever really saw him still, and that was during my troubled teen times. We had a pool in the backyard and it had to get drained. And for whatever reason, I was like down in the deep end of the drained pool, just sitting there. And it was dark. And I saw him at the far end, just kind of watching. And he was there for a little bit before he left. But that was really the only time that it wasn't more of the like, you see him kind of out of the corner of your eye, or you see him, move quickly across the room.
Have you ever heard of the Hat Man?
No.
So, what I've learned and I've noticed with a lot of people who have tendencies to be sensitive of the paranormal, they see this figure. I've seen it, and my fiance's, his brother's seen it, and I know a couple of other people have seen it, and it's a shadow figure, dark shadow figure, and all you notice of the detail is a hat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'll have to Google that.
That's very interesting. You're the first person I've actually brought on that's mentioned the Hat Man. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. Ooh, give me chills. Because I also seen it when I was a child too.
Oh, how weird.
Vince, what paranormal shows or media first sparked your interest in the unexplained?
Yeah, I would say like all your usual ones, right? Like I think I started out with it was Ghost Hunters at the time, right? And then they broke up or whatever, and it turned into Ghost Adventures, Dead Files. I think those were like probably the biggest ones. And we would all watch them together and wait and bring the kids in and all kind of watch.
How did you two decide to start investigating together as a team?
Yeah, you want to start?
Yeah, he actually had somebody at work come and ask him if they told him that they could see and hear spirits, and they suspected that the building was haunted, and so they asked him for permission to stay after hours and investigate the building. And so he agreed to let them do that for a little while. And then they invited us to go with them sometime. So he came home and he was like, hey, they've invited us to tag along if you want to go. And for me, like when I was a teenager, I'd worked so hard to shut all of that down and kind of block everything out and just make it stop, that now, like so many years later, I kind of wondered, did I actually see that? Or did I actually hear those things? Or, was my dad right? Was it just overactive imagination? And, so I wanted to go just to kind of see if I could still sense things, if I could still see and hear anything, or if I had done such a good job of shutting that down that that was just gone.
Yeah. So
what have you learned from that?
Okay.
I've learned that I was not overreacting. That there really are spirits. You can see them, you can talk to them, you can hear them, and it takes a whole lot of work to open that gift back up once you've actively put a lot of effort into shutting it down.
And what about you, Vince?
Yeah, I would say for me, yeah, I've definitely been shocked by all of it, right? Because like I was just used to the entertainment part on TV, and that those people who we kind of went with, our friends, they're kind of like you, right? Like one, the lady's name's Erin, and she could, kind of like a medium and sense a lot of those things. So I would always hear her stories and just be fascinated by it. So investigating with them and actually like hearing footsteps for the first time, that was crazy for me. That's when I kind of became a believer.
So, what made you transition from being interested in the paranormal activity to actually investigating it?
Yeah, so I don't know why I had no idea like anyone could just do this, right? Like, so when they first invited us, I could be obsessive sometimes, right? Like if I'm interested in something, I like go all out. I research, I do all these, things. So we were going on to a location, and then I started watching videos, and then I found all these YouTube channels of just random people like us, right, investigating. So I was like, oh crap, like we could actually do this. So like I said, we went on a couple investigations with them for their channel, and then I was like, I'm also a perfectionist at times, so I'm like, I think we could do this and make cool videos and all those kind of things. So I kind of talked her into like, hey, let's get a video camera. Let's start doing some of these things and showing her YouTube. So yeah, it just kind of took off from there. So never planned.
And you mentioned prioritizing real conversations over entertainment value. How does that shape your investigations?
I forget there's a camera a lot of the time. And especially early on, I'm a little bit more aware of it now. But like he's always telling me, you have to do a better job of being on camera. You have to, explain things. We need to do a better job of, telling the stories while we're there and explaining things as they're happening, because you're not just having those conversations, you're making content. And for me, I've never wanted to make content. I just want to go have a conversation. So I think sometimes the investigations might look a little bit more boring, but they're very conversation heavy. They're very evidence heavy. So, you'll watch some of the shows and people have like an hour of content, but there's really only like 5 minutes of evidence that they've captured. Of some kind of spirit communication, where he's editing 8 hours of footage down to an hour, and he's having to make decisions about, well, is this repetitive evidence, and cutting it out. So it's almost all evidence. However, it can look a little bit boring to just watch a REM pod in the center of a room, right? So it's hard to kind of balance that, because I still don't care to make content. I just want to have a conversation and learn.
Yeah, and I'm similar. We always talk about we're going to be in front of the camera more, and then we get into the investigation, and like so much is happening, and like it just doesn't really happen. But like the history part of it, like I said, I like to research and really like discover what the location is, and then I kind of give her my notes. But it helps in our intro videos. And then we don't go to anywhere where like it's super bad, super, if you want to say, like demonic and all that kind of stuff, right? Like we try to go to places that have good spirits or like good stories. It doesn't always work out that way, but yeah, like we're super choosy on kind of where we plan to go.
Yeah, I can definitely understand why you would be that way. Sorry, I thought I just saw something. I definitely can understand why you would be that way, especially because, dark entities can attach and can drain you very easily. And if you're sensitive, that's something you want to be wary about too. I know you have a few things in the year that's exciting for you. But before we start talking about that kind of stuff, what does letting the evidence speak for itself mean to you?
What do you think? I mean, I think for me, like I'd like to prove that something's there. It's just not make believe. Nothing's fake, right? Like I want to prove to people, like, yes, there's actual spirits. Because I think some of our friends and family were like, you guys are crazy for doing this, and like some are non-believers, some are like way into it, where they're like, you're crazy, you're gonna get possessed and stuff like that, right? So I think for me, it's just showing whoever watches, like, yeah, this is a cool place. You have some cool people who used to be alive here who have a great story to tell. And yeah, we just try to get it out there.
What do you think's the biggest misunderstanding in the paranormal field?
I think some of the videos I watch where it is quick to be like, oh, that's a growl or that's demonic when like right there's bad people living and dead. So I think for me it is that like it goes straight to that demonic part or like let me scream and yell and run all over the place kind of stuff to like yeah, just treat the places and people with respect, right? The spirits with respect.
Yeah.
How
Very
do
similar.
you have something?
Oh no, sorry.
How do you balance skepticism with openness during the investigations?
I think that we try to debunk stuff just to be sure. If I see a cat ball going off, I'll go stomp in front of it, jump around in front of it, just like let's make sure that it's not a vibration or something causing that. Let's set up cat balls on either side of that and see if those go off too, or if it's just that one. Because if it's a vibration, it should get all three instead of just one. I like to see when we can validate with two different methods just so that we know like okay that's real, that's not just us thinking that something is there because a REM pod's going off. We're seeing a REM pod and we're seeing this rope light, and then we are also seeing like the little man on the what is that, the
SLS.
SLS. I think we try to do that stuff. We try to debunk this stuff on our own. If we think we hear a growl, we'll go looking. Like at Jared's, I think we thought we heard something, and then we walked around back in the kitchen and found some machine turning on, and we're like, oh, okay. We got all excited about that, and that's nothing.
Yeah, like Queen Mary, we thought we saw a shadow. We tried to set up exactly how we were, and I walked by to see if that shadow, it casted the same shadow. Or our latest video that's out now, Hotel San Carlos in Phoenix. Same thing. We heard a scratch at the door. I ran out there in the hallway to see if I catch anybody. Right. So we're always trying to prove ourselves right or wrong.
So, Christy, how does your sensitivity to the paranormal influence your investigations?
I'm still working really hard at it. It's certainly not what it was before. So I'm having to rely a lot on all of the different equipment to communicate, where I would really rather communicate maybe through my pendulum or, like Erin, the friend that we went with before, how she can kind of like see and hear things. And I remember one time we went and she said, there's something, he's not happy that we're here. He's slinking in the shadows back there, but he's following us as we go. And I will never have that sense right now, or at least not right now. And I wish I did, because I wish I could rely more on my senses and approach it from that aspect in addition to the tools. But for now, it's mostly just tools.
Yeah, but I'll add like she tries to meditate, and you have crystals that you hold and use,
Yeah, that's
and like
true.
stuff like that too.
Well, get
Sometimes
up
it
with
works.
me. Get up with me and I'll help you with that.
I think it would be cool to see all that kind of stuff, like like to have your skills and talents,
Yeah, absolutely.
your gifts.
Y'all get to see it this year.
Yeah, we're excited.
Christy, how did you start your crystal business and how does it connect to your paranormal work? Or if it
Um,
connects to your paranormal work?
so I've always collected crystal skulls and eggs for some reason. I was looking at my egg collection yesterday thinking, this is really how I kind of started with all these eggs. And then I graduated to skulls. And then, I don't know, we were just talking about, well, maybe we could just sell skulls as part of our, like an offshoot of our channel. And so I started looking for skulls, but then I found like all this other pretty stuff. And so now I've got this big inventory that we're starting to really focus on photographing and selling and stuff. But we're also starting to put together kind of small bags. We always carry like a small bag of crystals with us with, protective stones in them. So we've got, like the shungite and the obsidian and black tourmaline and selenite with us. I usually keep amethyst on me in an investigation. Sometimes I'll hold it while I'm trying to have communication, or labradorite, put my lab earrings on. Anything that I think is known for either grounding or protection or enhancing intuition or communication.
And do you use those during your investigations as well?
Yeah, I'll usually have them. Well, besides the bag of crystals we keep in our pockets, I'll usually have one in my hand, just depending on what I'm trying to do. And then some places where I'm a little bit scared and we have to spend the night after we've been investigating all night, I'll use like to put protection around the bed so that hopefully nothing bothers me in my sleep.
Yeah, like pillowcases and stuff like that.
But I'll have, like my black obsidian skull next to the bed, and I'll usually have a smaller tiger's eye and quartz skull that'll go on almost every investigation where we're going to spend the night for sure.
Yeah, and we had a investigation in Flagstaff where we had all these crystals out and not a lot of things were happening. So we're like, oh crap, I better see these crystals. So we kind of put them away or off to the side, and then yeah, we started getting more action. So yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Wow. What drew you to investigate the Hotel San Carlos? Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a big one here in Arizona. So it's downtown Phoenix. So about 40 minutes from us, like right around there, 30, 40. But that's one of the ones that have been around for a super long time. A lot of celebrities have stayed there. They've had a lot of tragedies on the land before it was even a hotel, right? So just a lot of history and a lot of deaths. But that's one of the most active ones close to us. And that was probably one for a long time where some of the videos we've seen kind of seem negative, but then we saw some positive ones too. So we're like, let's give it a try and kind of see what we get. But I would say that's probably has the most intelligent spirits that out of any of our investigations, at least to me.
Yeah, and that was the first time I think where they use everything. Some investigations, like our REM pod doesn't go off all night long, but we'll get stuff with the dowsing rods, or we'll get stuff with the cat balls. And then others, they'll never touch the cat balls, but the REM pod just won't shut up or whatever. But it just seems to like pick and choose some method. And I don't know if it's because that's what they're used to using or what it is, but that place, they used everything. And so we had a lot of that secondary confirmation that, yeah, there's really someone there communicating with us, because they're answering on multiple devices. And we're getting, like, I guess proof, one method proving the other in real time.
Did you encounter, and I might say this name wrong, but Leon Jensen, the hotel's famous ghost?
Yeah, Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she answered questions about her death. She kind of confirmed, like, there's 2 or 3 different rumors out there. So if you watch anyone who watches the episode, she's kind of confirmed, what actually happened. And then we talked to a lot of the kids that kind of drowned in the well there when it was a school and stuff like that. But yeah, Leon talked a lot, talked about jumping. Other spirits talked about, they said like the lady jumped. And a couple protective spirits were like, stop asking her questions, right? So like she definitely has her bodyguards there, I would say.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Well, what was the most compelling evidence that you would say that you captured there?
At that location?
Yes.
Would you say the flashlights?
I think the flashlights. Yeah.
Yeah. So we set up 2 flashlights, and she was answering her and a spirit that we kept calling Emma, but later we found out it was Eve, right? So we plan to go back and apologize to Eve and kind of talk to her. But they answered like yes or no, or like anything we asked to confirm, they were turning that flashlight on right away. As soon as we asked to turn it off, they turned it off. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Did the hotel's history impact your investigation at all?
I think sometimes like we're listening for certain names. So we were listening for Leon, and then it was like, okay, well, we know her story, we know there's different stories about her death. So let's see if we can get her to tell us. So sometimes it affects like the questions we ask once we hear a name that we know something about. And like you said, there's a lot of places where we just flat won't investigate because, we think that there might be something darker there. But other than that,
Yeah, I mean, it helps us with what kind of questions we plan to ask and different things like that. But yeah,
and there's things that we want to be sensitive to too. Like if there's suicides there, you want to be real careful in the way you ask about death, and ask for permission to talk to them about their death, because they might not want to talk about it or it might upset them. And we're not trying to go in there and harass anybody or make them uncomfortable or upset. We want to learn and be respectful. So, sometimes it's that kind of stuff. Like, we just want to be careful that we're not offending anybody.
That's good though. What's the history behind a Pioneer Park that made it worth investigating?
I think just how many spirits are actually buried there, and the fact that San Diego decided like just to rip up all those tombstones, and like it's a park, right? Playground, swings. So you have kids like have no idea, like they're just running all over a cemetery, right? So I think that, and then there's been like a lot of the channels I watch kind of investigated there, like Face Rug, for example. He had a pretty good video there that I enjoyed. So when we go to these places, we try to get as many haunted locations, into one visit as possible. But yeah, it was a cool spot. Definitely the creepiest place probably
Yeah.
I've been to. But just because it was so dark, it was a huge park. We should have went when it was the daytime so we could actually look and see the surroundings. But you had like homeless walking around, different people, right? So it was just a lot going on at different times to that investigation, where I was always trying to watch our back and like who's coming, who's not. So the spirits didn't make it so creepy, but yeah, people in and out definitely made that one pretty weird.
And then that owl.
Oh yeah, that owl. That was scary.
Because at first we were like, what is that? And then we realized it was an owl.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It sounded like a lady screaming and then a child crying. And at that time, we're flashlights, we're looking all around, there's nobody. And then all of a sudden, we're kind of trying to follow the sound. And then there's a giant tree, and we kind of see it up there, like, okay, like we wasted all this time.
Oh, I love owls. I want to pet one.
yeah, I love him too, but
Not at like 1 a.m.
disembodied voice or something. And no.
Like one of those like those whistles that sounds like the screams.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah, we got a couple of Aztec death whistles.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get one. I don't have one.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I used
they're
to
cool.
wake my kids up on Saturday mornings with one. They'll tell you, they do not love it.
Yeah, so we have a lot of that stuff. I have Aztec blood right in me, so I'm into all that stuff, and we collect certain things.
That's awesome. What kind of activity do you hope to find?
For me, I would just say like confirming the history, confirming the stories, getting the names of the actual people that we know lived there and been a part of it. So I'd say that's mainly for me.
I want to see an apparition, and I really want to capture one on video. It's happened before to other people. I would like it to happen to us. The only time on investigation that I've seen an apparition was at the Nile Theater. And unfortunately, no cameras were pointed in that direction. So, and I didn't even know what I was looking at first. I thought it was just another worker that had come in to talk to my husband and the person that worked there. And then when they were gone, like into thin air, I was like, oh, that's not a person. But the camera wasn't pointed the right way. So
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The REM pod is like also going off. I know you guys can't hear it, but sorry. Um, yeah. I also, man, that's so cool. I love it's like I could see the spirits, but catching it on camera, that's hard to do, and it is really, really exciting. I've done it, I think, one time apparition, and it was like during an Estes method. I just took the headphones off, and I was like, they said, I know it was I was like, I know it was a message for me, but they said something, something, I'll know when I see it. And then as soon as I said that, an apparition walked across the camera, and it was
Awesome.
dark outside, so it like covered the light.
oh wow.
I've
Yeah.
got I've got a white miss. She didn't go on that. That's the only investigation she didn't go on. And so it was our first one at the YMCA building. And the music box, we had a stationary camera on it, and the music box goes off, and then you see like a white mist real quick and some orbs after. So like that was pretty cool. But that's the closest.
That was a very active investigation too. Our video on where they had set up a camera pointed at a stage while they were investigating other places. And then all of a sudden, you just see the curtain lift up into the side, like in this weird shape, all by itself,
Yeah.
which is pretty amazing to me. So he's telling me, like, hyping me up about all this stuff. Here are the footsteps, and there's, that on video, and the white mist, and so that I could be there, and we didn't catch nearly as
No,
much.
not even close.
But the energy in the place had totally changed. So,
Yeah.
Well, sometimes spirit has those days.
Right.
yeah.
But the one day that they wanted to show themselves to you, you weren't there. That's kind of sad. The Queen Mary is a legendary in paranormal circles. What was it like investigating such an iconic location?
That was a cool
That
spot.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
You want to go?
No, go ahead.
So that was one too. I kind of had to talk her into, I think, a little bit, right? Because it was
Yeah.
like, you hear a lot of the negative things there. It's such a, like you said, iconic place. So like was that our first investigation out of state?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was. So we've always just done Arizona. So we're like, okay, our channel's getting bigger. We're kind of running out of spots. Like let's go big, right? So that was our vacation. Just the ship alone, just walking around it is super cool, and seeing like all the luxury items, from back in the day. But yeah, that was, I highly recommend that. We definitely want to go back. But from the second we stepped on to the second we left, it was just a cool, highly active spot. Yeah, just walking around the ship was cool.
But that room too has like such mystery attached to it, right? When we went into the bar to ask about something, and people saw the key, and they're like, "Oh, you're staying in that room," and then people are starting to ask questions. Early on in the night, like, people are just going by the room, peeking in the little window into the room. So we set up our REM pod, and then when they were looking in, they could see it kind of going off, and until we got ready to do our own investigation, then we closed the curtain, scared some humans, and then got to it.
Yeah, but I would say that's probably our first investigation where we're pretty heavily like featured on the camera and stuff. So yeah, so
Which area of the ship, bring the camera back over here, please. Which area of the ship were you most active for? I mean, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, we mainly were in the B340 room, so like that was awesome. All the activity we got in there, and talking with Walter and some of the other spirits. But then we went into that other room.
We snuck into the infirmary.
There you go.
So they tried to tell us it closed at 10 or 9 or something. Like I don't know. Really, let's just walk down there. And somebody left the door open, so we went in, set up our stuff, and spent some time in there too.
Yeah, we got a lot of REM pod and cat balls in that place.
Hey, it was meant for you to see it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there are other places we wanted to go that he had read, were active, but they wouldn't let us in there, and they were locked up at night.
Yeah.
So
Did you come into contact with any of the famous spirits there, like Jackie or the Lady in White?
So not the lady in white from my memory, but we did get some confirmation for Jackie. I'm going off memory. I want to say his name was John. He was crushed by the door.
oh yeah.
So Walter, Jackie, and John, and I think those are some of the three of the main spirits. Yeah, we definitely got in contact with all of them. Got names of all those. We had giggles from Jackie. All those kind of things.
And correct me if I say this wrong. El Campo Santo
Yep, that's perfect.
Cemetery. What's the story behind this cemetery that intrigued you?
Anything for you? No. So that's in Old Town San Diego, right? So that whole spot was a cemetery. So they paved over it again, San Diego, right? Like they just like we're gonna make tourist spots, I guess. So they kept a small portion of that cemetery still there, and it's just in the middle, restaurants. It's about I think 2 blocks from the Whaley House, right? So there's a famous spirit that goes back and forth from a lot of different places in the cosmopolitan that's there. But it's just a cool old cemetery. It has all the white wooden, crosses. It is a heavily like migrant Hispanic type cemetery. So a lot of people buried there that Mexicans and different Hispanics. So I definitely wanted to go and just kind of pay my respects, and then too a lot of just cool videos out there on YouTube on it. And then we just love Old Town, right? Walking
Yeah.
around there, shopping, eating. So yeah, so it all kind of worked out where we got to eat before and then go investigate.
And what kind of evidence did you guys capture there?
So for me, I think the best one, like we got a SLS, right? And I get it, right? Like it maps different things. We tried at different angles where we got one for quite a while where it was a figure and a lady was walking by and it like just started punching this lady in the head like a bunch of times. And she has no idea, right? So I thought that was cool. And then also like what's Jim's name? Yankee Jim. So he's a spirit who travels across, the Whaley House, the Cosmo, and then that place. He was hung somewhere in between. There's a big tree at that cemetery, and it actually looks like he's being hung
Yeah.
on the SLS. You see this giant, stick contraction, and it looks like somebody's being hung. So I feel like, I mean, that was cool because we tried it again and we didn't get any kind of figures, and that's all in the video too.
Yeah, it wasn't there
Yeah.
either. But we had talked to him also at the Cosmopolitan on a prior trip. So it was kind of cool to like talk to the same spirit on a return trip back to California.
Yeah, and he remembered us. We asked him. I asked him like, "Do you remember us?" And he said, "Kinda." So that was kind of cool.
How do you approach investigating cemeteries with respect?
I think you could talk about all our gifts and stuff.
Yeah, we're doing an offering for the Guardian. We will often leave offerings at the graves for the spirits that communicate with us as well. Like at El Campo Santo, we took candies for the kids and Mexican candies that we thought that they would like. I usually will leave like little crystal hearts for the kids on their graves. And the same thing, kind of, just asking for permission, setting that expectation right at the beginning that, hey, we're not here to scare you. We're not here to make anybody upset or, harass anybody. We just want to talk. If you want to talk to us and if you want to tell parts of your story, we're happy to share that with the world. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. And, we're not going to do anything that's out of line, I guess.
Yeah, I would say we definitely try to focus on their story, right? Because there could be so many spirits there, right? So I would say we focus on their story. And I lost my train of thought. I had a second part of it, but I'll come back to it.
It's fine. What's the history of the Clifton Jail and what paranormal activity is it known for?
So do you want to talk about Clifton? So I mean, I could go. So it's like it's a coal mining town, right? Where like the whole town is haunted, right? So that's actually my favorite investigation because there's a three-part series, and we got stuff at all three places there. And like I reached out to the city of Clifton to try to see like, hey, is it okay? Could we go into the jail? And they came back saying no, right? So it was disappointing going up there. So we went. We thought we'd just look in, film it a little bit, and then she discovered the doors open. And then we found out it's always open pretty much. Like, I don't know why they said that. But we spent a lot of time in there and ton of spiders, spider webs all over the place. So you could see her freaked out. What is the thing called? Where they
The
the
manacles for the
manacles?
legs still
I
there.
was still there.
It told me to get in the cell, and that it was very clear because we would ask, "Are you sure you don't want Vince to go in there? Because there was more spiders." Nope.
No.
Answer no. You sure you want me? Answers yes. Like persistent, and I'm like, okay, I don't know why I'm listening to a spirit, but who knows what they have in store for me. But in I go into the cell.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was so excited to find it unlocked. Because it looks like they do have a padlock that sometimes they must lock, but they also have a light in there. So, I mean, if you don't want people in there, don't turn on a light for them.
Yeah, but we got a lot of REM pod and dead bow activity there. The first person who was housed in that jail was actually the person who built it. Right, he built it. He went to celebrate that he just got done with his jail. He had too many, right? He had one too many, and ended up having to, be in the drunk tank, I guess. So he got locked up. He built his prison and was the first one in it. So we tried to talk with him. I don't remember. I don't think we really got names there, but yeah, a lot of activity with no names.
There's only 2 little rooms in there.
Yeah,
it's built into the side of the mountain. So
Did you feel? Did y'all hear that?
that's probably no.
no.
That might be our dogs.
Well, my dogs are reacting. Maybe they heard it.
Okay, I thought it was my dog. Okay. Did you feel any residual energy from former inmates?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah,
And
not there.
what was your most intense moment that you think you would say you had there?
At the jail or like
Yes.
that whole Clifton trip? Okay.
Or the Clifton trip in general?
Yeah, that's a good one. Because we had all the usual stuff.
I think for me, what was intense is the woman that owns the boarding house has like an entrance to a cave in the back of her home. So you open this door off of her living room and it goes into a cave dug into a mountain. And she had a lot of stuff in there, but she said sometimes there's a little girl in there, and if we wanted to go in there and try to communicate, we could. And so we thought, we'll just go give it a try. And we're trying to talk, and we're not getting anything. But I could feel something different there. So I told him, like, let's just be quiet. I'm gonna close my eyes. I want to meditate a little bit, and just see. And then if nothing, we'll just leave. And so I closed my eyes and I started to meditate, which is incredibly hard for me because my mind just goes off everywhere. But for whatever reason, I was able to easily do it that day, which is odd. And then all of a sudden, I just see fire, like flames, and so then he's asking me, and I'm like, it's fire. I just see fire. And so when we came out, she asked us if we got in touch with the little girl, and I was telling her, no, I don't think so. But maybe we did eventually talk to her. I said, but like, I just saw fire. And she said, oh, well, this whole block pretty much burned. And they were thinking that the fire came through these tunnels. All these houses used to be connected by tunnels into these caves behind the houses. And then the fires came and just kind of ran through the town. So for me, that was like pretty intense after the fact, I think.
Yeah. And just for me, I would say everything just seemed to work out that trip, right? Because we weren't planning on finding a cave, right? We weren't planning that the jail was going to be open. And then we booked the most haunted room at the Clifton Hotel there. And the REM pod maybe went off one or two times. Like we didn't get anything. And then we found out two, three doors down, the people left in the middle of the night, right? She didn't know why, but it was a very active room. So she's like, if you guys want to go in there and investigate. So like the bed still wasn't made yet. Like they just got their shit and left. So like we went in there and we got so much stuff where like if that didn't happen, we would have had a boring like 10-minute REM pod video of the hotel. Yeah, so we got cool stuff and like we had a drink in there and it would say like drink. I took a sip. It said drink. My drink, right? Like it was watching us the whole time. So like it was a cool place.
That's awesome. Out of all these locations that you have been to, which one do you think has affected you the most emotionally or spiritually?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great one. I know I've taken something from each one of them. I would say the thing that still stands out for me is in Bisbee, Arizona. We stayed at the Oliver House. And again, we booked the most haunted room, but we were like really the only ones there. So he let us in to investigate grandma's room, right? As long as we didn't touch anything. So, okay, it's supposed to be this nice, sweet little spirit. I'm not recording, I'm setting up equipment. And she pulled my shirt like so hard, like it spun me all the way around. And like I was just shocked by that. So like that always sticks out to like the first time I was touched. That was the first time I was scratched in Bisbee. So like, yeah, just a lot of firsts from there.
So for me, I'm not going to tell too much of the story because it'll give it away, and he's still editing and it hasn't come out yet. But our last investigation, we were at Arcadia Ranch Sanatorium in Oracle, and there's a shed where they would take pregnant women, and we were in that shed talking with a female spirit, and that conversation just got very heavy and emotional, to the point where it brought one of the people with us to tears, and it just felt so heavy for me too. Like it was just such an emotional moment. I think it's going to be really powerful evidence and we even like so much so because he had gone back to get new batteries and stuff that I said, hey, you need to talk to her after and just make sure that she's good with us including that footage, otherwise we need to keep it out. It's just very, very emotional experience.
Yeah, and I would say like most of our investigations are like 2 to 4 hours. That one was it 8?
8 hours. We were there for 8 hours.
It was just so much going on. So it was definitely unexpected.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Have you ever felt genuinely frightened during an investigation?
Yes. The Yuma prison scared me. And only I think because it was our very first time having an entire place to ourselves. We weren't even supposed to be going and conducting our own investigation. We just signed up for some tour with a group and thought, hey, let's just go check it out and see. And then at the last minute, they canceled the tour because a bunch of the people had dropped out, so it wasn't financially worth it for that group to do the tour. And so he reached out to the owner and said, hey, here's the situation. We still really want to come. What would you charge us if we just want to go? And she honored the price that we were going to pay to join a group for a solo investigation. So we drove to Globe and we went into that prison and we had the whole place to ourselves, and like right away, we usually turn the REM pod on while we're setting up and set it down, and it just starts going off. And then the person kind of gives us the tour and they leave, and it's dark and it's cold and it's this huge place and it's just us. And it was a little bit scary. Like I want to go back only because there were places in there that I was really too afraid to just go by myself. Like there was this little walkway that the guards would use to go around the backs of the cells to check in easily without walking through like the center. And they said that they see a man in there sometimes, and I was too chicken to go back there and investigate. So but I think it was just that whole like, oh crap, it's really just us. Like there's nobody here to help us. If we get spiritually attacked, there's nobody to help us. If we get, physically attacked from some random person breaking in, there's no one here to help us. Like it was scary to me.
Yeah, because before that we were just used to hotel rooms, kind of, right? So like that was our first big place and just us.
So, well, how do you do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sick.
Oh no.
I've been trying to go the whole podcast without coughing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start investigating?
For me, I guess I would say like be yourself, right? Don't try to be like anyone you're watching. Although I like having all this equipment, right? I'm always trying to buy equipment. Like you don't need like all the stuff, right? If there's something there, right, you're gonna feel it. Hopefully, you're gonna talk to it. So yeah, I would just say be yourself, and yeah, you don't need all the stuff starting out.
Yeah, I need this recording as soon as possible.
I haven't asked to get anything in a long time. I think we're finally good with all our stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I think focus on protection first. I still think that you need to be grounded and emotionally secure before you go into anything like that. I think that you open yourself up to a lot of attachments and stuff when you're in a weakened emotional state, or you're not properly grounded, you don't have any kind of protection. I mean, we thought we were doing enough, and we've had things follow us home, and most of the time they just kind of leave on their own, so it's fine. They follow us home and they make a little mischief and then they're on their way. But we actually had to kick something out, and that kind of scared me a little bit too. Like, I'm always afraid that we don't know what we don't know, and we don't know what we might be opening ourselves up to. And so that was very eye-opening. Now, even if we think we didn't get a ton of stuff, even if we don't think that we felt anything off, we do those cleanses and stuff before we even get in our car, because we weren't consistent with it. We just thought like, oh well, I mean, that was a pretty tame investigation. We didn't hear. So I would say don't discount the need to protect yourself correctly, because you don't want something coming into your home.
Yeah, 100%. Because the one that stayed with us the longest, that was from an investigation we didn't get a ton on. We thought everything was fine. We even were outside, like before we got in the car, like, should we do it? Like, nah, we're good. Like nothing was really here. And then it was here for a long time with us.
And it harassed our daughter.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, if it wants to come and harass us, okay, we kind of asked for it, but she didn't do anything. So,
and would you like to tell everybody, where are we going this year?
Yeah, so we're excited. So we're going to be doing a collab, right, at Ed and Lorraine's, right, museum. So super excited for that. Like earlier, like we started off with saying, like, we don't like to go to any crazy demonic or negative places, but like, we feel good with you. We're starting to get more out of our comfort zone. So yeah, we're ready for that one. We're ready for all of it.
And we got lots of protection over here. Don't look at them. But look at me. Lots of protection here. And the people coming too, they're also like me, so they'll also help protect you as well.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so we're definitely excited for that one.
And it's going to be so awesome. Is there anything that you're looking forward to going there?
I mean, everything you see from the movies, like all the super haunted artifacts and like actually just seeing it in person. And then like just the whole setup for me, like yeah, there's just so much history and stories tied to that, all the haunted objects and items there.
We were just in a haunted museum last weekend investigating. So it was kind of like for me a small taste of what we're in for at Lorraine's, but that was cool. Like to have so much activity and so many different spirits that hang out in the different places in the building.
It's
Yeah, I don't
definitely
know.
gonna be so much fun. We got to make a bunch of shorts and videos and stuff.
Yes, yeah, it's gonna be good.
So, closing off, Christy and Vince, thank you so much for sharing your experiences and insights with us tonight. Your genuine approach to the paranormal investigation and your respect for locations and spirits you encounter is truly refreshing. From Hotel San Carlos to Queen Mary, your dedication to documenting real evidence and honoring the history behind each location shines through. To our viewers, if you want to follow Christy and Vince's journey, be sure to check out their work and Christy's crystal business, which will all be linked in the description below. La Muerte,
Muerte, yeah,
Muerte, La
Muerte,
Muerte
yeah.
Skull and Stone. Remember, the paranormal world is vast and mysterious, and teams like these remind us that the best investigations comes from the curiosity, respect, and an open mind. Thank you for all joining us on Haunting Travels. Until next time, stay curious, stay respectful, and keep exploring the unknowns. Safe travels, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
so much for having us. It was great to meet you. I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry for coughing. I was trying to hold
Are
it
you
in.
good?
And it was really great meeting y'all. Stay in contact. I'm gonna shoot y'all my number, and both of y'all can hit me up whenever.
Okay, sounds
And if
good.
you got tips for me of improving my communication with the spirits, and because the whole meditation thing is just so frustrating. So if
No,
there's
for
better
sure.
tips to like help my intuition, and I've tried so like blue lotus oil on my third eye and whatever kind
Have
of
you
crazy
tried
stuff.
drinking the tea?
No, I did try to smoke it, and smoking herbs is not for me. I burn my throat. But I have thought of trying the tea.
Yeah, do the tea. Do the tea. It's also more relaxing. And do you drink?
Sometimes.
I don't
Not often.
drink. I don't drink at all. But if you do drink, put some wine in it, enhances it 100%. Because that's how the Egyptians used to do it. So they would make the blue lotus and they would mix it into their red wine.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. I'll have to try it.
Yes. But I have to go and check on my babies now. And I
Okay.
thank you so much for
Yeah, thanks
coming
Thank
again.
you.
on.
It's
I
fun.
appreciate it.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.